Good afternoon, guys. Well, in Mastermind English is the speech number 3, and the contents in this speech are lesson number 7, 8, 9, and 10. In the lesson number 7, the topic is I hate weekends. In the lesson number 8 is waking up is hard to do. Lesson number 9, doctor, and lesson number 10, compare yourself to another person. Okay, in the lesson number 7, the topic is I hate weekends. But the grammar is compound words. And in compound words we have some, any, no, and every. And we use these compound words for things, people, and places. And in this box we can see the three compound words, some, any, no, and every form, and the meaning and the same time they use. For example, some we use in someone, somebody, something, and somewhere. And the use in the word some is for affirmative sentences, interrogative sentences when they mean invitation or when an affirmative answer is expected. And any, we use anyone, anybody, anything, anywhere. In the same way for no, no one, nobody, nothing, none, and nowhere. And in the same way for everyone, everybody, everything, and everywhere. But the use is different. How I say in some is for affirmative sentences and interrogative sentences. For any, it is for interrogative sentences and negative sentences. To have a negative meaning, any has to follow not. And affirmative sentences, the meaning is cualquier. And no, the use is for affirmative or interrogative sentences and mainly used as subject. And every we use in affirmative, negative, or interrogative sentences. In the compound words, we change the word when you use in the different sentences. Okay, in the lesson number 8, we have waking up is hard to do how the topic. But the grammar in this unit is phrasal verbs. In the phrasal verbs are two words that have different meaning, but when they come together, make a single meaning. For example, turn around is to change or reverse directions, break off to stop doing something, put out to delay or remove something, took in to eat food with enthusiasm because you like it, give away to give something without asking for anything, take back to return an item to a shop, hand up to put down the telephone, turn in to tell the police about someone, cut off to order to stop, tear off to remove with force, or to remove clothes quickly. And how I say phrasal verbs, the rule for this grammar is that you need to learn all the phrasal verbs and use correctly in the sentences. And how I say are two different words, but when these come together, it's a single meaning. We have telephone phrasal verbs. For example, cut off is to interrupt a telephone conversation, get through to succeed in speaking to or on the telephone, hand on to wait for a short time, hand up to end a telephone conversation and put the phone down, call back to telephone again or in return, pick up to answer a telephone call, put through to connect by telephone, speak up to speak louder, break up to become inaudible over the telephone, and hold on to wait for a short time. And first verbs you can say to in for expressions and in the sentences and two in the conversations. And in the lesson number 1, the topic is Doctor Doctor. Doctor Doctor is a use of some jokes that you use with your friends or other member. Well, but the grammar in this lesson is about how write a letter. In this box we have useful phrases. For example, in the first line when you write a letter, you can use this kind of phrases. For example, I'm writing in order to, I'm writing to us, I'm writing to complain about. In the first line, you need to use this kind of writing in the letter. And the last lines we have, I will be grateful if you could you please send me, I look forward to hearing from you, thank you in advance. And you use this kind of letters or these types of letters in the moment that you write in the first line and the last line in a letter. In the body of a letter we have introduction, asking for or giving news, and the closing. And we have the different tips of letter that you tips of writing that you need to apply in your letter. For example, in the introduction you can use thanks for your message or your email. I'm writing because sorry I haven't been in touch for a while, but. And for asking is, for example, I hope you are well, please write some. I've been traveling a lot recently. I'm adding, including a photo. And in the closing of the letter, you put this. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I can't wait to see you and take care. And the other formal that you can put the closing in the way formal is cordially, sincerely, take care, and others. Or in the informal way, love, see you soon, and others. Well, in the lesson number 10, the topic is compare yourself to another person. The topic was about the power of the music. For example, what make you feel the music in the different ways, or what are your favorite music, and why you listen this kind of music, or in what moment you hear this kind of music, and other things. But the grammar is about neither and so. For example, if you make a conversation with another person and you are agree or disagree with this person, you use so do I, or if you are disagree, neither do I. For example, I always sleep late on the weekends. If I agree, I respond with so do I. And for example, these sentences are negative and you want to respond in negative, you need to use neither do I. For example, I don't think that's a good idea. And you respond neither do I. In the same way in the other sentences, but different about the verbs. For example, I'm not very outgoing. Neither am I. You put I, but add the neither if you are agree or disagree. I'm studying for the test next week, so I'm agree with these sentences. And in the same way, I was very athletic when I was in high school, so was I. I've been married for over 20 years, so have I. I haven't had much free time this week, neither have I. So you need to know how that this word apply, neither or so. For example, if negative and you are disagree, you put neither. But if positive and you are agree, you put so. Thank you.
All right.